She said that it was full foliage. That's why she didn't come back. She didn't.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Marwell. Welcome to Penguin Cove. My name is Hilary. And joining me on the rocks are Amy. And Amy is joining us for our Penguin Face-to-Face. So she's helping Amy feed the penguins today, which is very helpful. So it's always nice to have help here at the penguin feed. And as you can see, the penguins are pretty excited about getting fed today as well. A bit of a mad rush up onto the beach to get that fish. And looking at this frenzied behavior, you may think that they haven't been fed in ages, and that's well, they're really hungry. But the truth of it is, they are hungry, but they were fed this morning. And we feed them every day, twice a day. But twice a day is just about perfect for a Humboldt penguin. Every time food is available and they're hungry, you see this feeding frenzy behavior. Because in the wild, they wouldn't, of course, know when that food would be available again. So it makes perfect sense that if they found a food source, they'd eat as much as they could, as quickly as they could. So this is their instinct in action, natural behavior for them. And in the wild, of course, these penguins get their food from the water rather than on the beach like you see here. And as you see them moving around the water, you'll see they're a little bit more speedy in the water rather than on land. On land, they can move pretty quickly, but they're pretty cumbersome. The truth is, though, is that these penguins are perfectly adapted to life on the coast, so in the water and out of it. And that's what we're going to talk a bit more about here this afternoon. Now here at Marwell, we have 34 Humboldt penguins. So every penguin you see here is the same type of penguin. We do have one that looks a little bit different. Her name is Billy, and that's because she is a chick. So she was born this year, and she doesn't have her adult feathers like some of the others do. You see if you can spot her, she looks kind of gray all around, quite silvery, and she doesn't have that big black band across her chest. She's probably swimming around somewhere, actually. That's normally what she's doing. If I see her, I'll point her out to you. She may be down the other end as well. The 34 Humboldt penguins, and when they're all together in a group up front here, it can look like they all look exactly the same. I wouldn't be surprised if you thought they were all, difficult to tell apart. And the truth of it is they do have similar Humboldt penguin features. That includes that bare patch around their beak and that big black band across their chest. But every single one of our birds has a name and certainly lots of personality to match it. And we can actually tell each individual bird apart by looking at a couple of different things. We can look at the size of the penguins. Some of our lads are a lot larger than the lovely little ladies, so that's one thing you can look for. Here comes Lurch. He's one of our big boys coming up out of the water. You can look at their behavior. So some penguins do the same thing all of the time. Holly is a really good example. She's standing on the rock there facing all of you, hooting at all of you, making eyes. And Holly will always go to that rock when it's time to eat. So I don't even need to see the front of her, but I can tell you that's Holly just because she's standing on the rock.